with that motherfucking logic, cause when a nigga Aggie shit is written on my face, man, he come in this direction, keep gripping at his waist, niggas late. Man, I be watching niggas running them routes too. I run them same bitches you be running your mouth to. Homie, your bread was calculated days before you made it. Before you hit the plug, the store, I had plans to take it. Who him? Yeah, I know he the plug. Got his little cousin holding the drug, but that's another verse. This one over, the point being, niggas dying fast, bread the number one reason. My fuck you mean? Working like a slave, still ain't seen a king's plate. So by all means, a hustler at a mean rate. Take to make a nigga lose his cool. Oh, money ain't everything. You a motherfucking fool. Little nigga, I need mine. Yeah, I'm supposed to keep my gear fresh, nigga, my weed out. By any means, I need mine. I'm supposed to call myself the boss star, nigga.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Good morning to you, Stewies. We back. We back. Oh, man, when I realized yesterday we weren't going to be able to do the show, I knew inevitably I'd hear people start talking about prorating their little $4. Hey, man, can you prorate that $4, man, that subscription? Can you prorate that? Well, the way my bank account works, it's going to be kind of hard to do, man. But we back today, man. That's all good. Don't even worry about yesterday. Forget about yesterday. Thank you for your patronage and your support. Yeah, Rob Scano homered for Cubs closer Wade Davis leading off the 10th inning. And the AL beat the National League 2-1 Tuesday night for its fifth straight victory in a game dominated by the game's pitchers last night. At 34, the Seattle second baseman was among the oldest players in the event, built around all of these young cats, in particular Aaron Judge. I'll talk more about him in a second. Cano became the third Mariner to be named MVP of the All-Star game following Ichiro in 2007 and Ken Griffey Jr. in 1992. But once again, the big story, man, was this Aaron Judge kid who has just taken the game by storm, leads the majors in home runs at the break with 30, I believe he has. Young guy, plays for the Yankees. They're putting a lot of promotional things around him with the judge's court or whatever at Yankee Stadium, man. 6'7", like 250, 60 pounds or whatever, man. A big dude hitting moonshots, man. He is already the top 3 in batting average. He has a .329 average, 66 ribbies. And it looks like they're going to help put the Yankees in contention to play for it all this year. But, yeah, you know who he reminds me of? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And I've heard the comparison before, and I thought it was a good one. He reminds me of Dave Winfield. If you remember Dave Winfield, Yankee great, man. Dave Winfield was a big dude like that, like 6'6", something like that. The thing about Dave Winfield, a lot of people don't know, is Dave Winfield, or don't remember, Dave Winfield, man, was drafted in all 3 sports. Yeah, Dave Winfield was a great baseball player, obviously Hall of Famer, but he was a good basketball player, and he was a good football player, too, from what I remember. I don't remember seeing Dave Winfield play those other 2 sports or whatever, but that's who he reminds me of. And then there's this cute little story surrounding him about how he got to the majors, or not how he got to the majors, but how, him being adopted. He's actually adopted. After one day, he was adopted by his parents, man. So a great story. Kid seems very humble to me. And like I always say, a lot of y'all hate it because a lot of y'all are haters of the most popular teams. But it's always good if the Yankees are viable. It is. It's always good if the Yankees are viable. It's always good if the Dallas Cowboys are pretty good. And it's always good if the Lakers, who I'm going to talk about here in a second. I'm going to talk about them here in a second. But it's always good if those big-name teams are viable, man. And this Judge kid, he's going to be around a long time. Drafted in the first round in 2013 by the New York Yankees. You know who was drafted right before him by the Atlanta Braves? Jason Hirsch, who we just sent back to the minors a couple of weeks ago. Pitcher. Yeah. Hirsch spent most of the 2015 season in Mississippi. He appeared in 25 games that year, and they converted him to a reliever. All right, so this is a guy that they drafted with thoughts of being a starter. And whenever they take you from being a starter and they kind of peg you down to being a reliever or whatever, that's not a good sign. I'm not saying that it means he can't pitch, but that's not what they intended him to be, was a reliever. He was converted to a reliever in July of that year, in 2015, promoted to the Gwinnett Braves in August, made 15 starts and 10 relief appearances with a 5.14 ERA. He was called up to the Braves in August of 2016. 6 days later, he was optioned to the Gwinnett. He began the 2017 season with the Gwinnett and was called up on April 12th. So I believe he might be in the rotation. I haven't even paid attention a lot to this Hirsch kid. But he was taken one pick before Aaron Judge. He was taken number 31, and Aaron Judge was taken number 32. You got to hate that if you're an Atlanta Braves fan. You got to feel some type of way about that because they're already talking about this kid being the face of the league. And I mean, it's cool. Like him and John Carlos Stanton and those guys like that. Chicks love the long ball. They dig the long ball, as that saying used to be with Mark McGwire and Sammy Socha and those cats. So I like it. I mean, I like the kid. Interesting. You know, he hits these moonshots once again, kind of like Paul Bunyan-ish. You know, the way they're talking about him and how good he could be. Good stuff. Interesting little story. Let me jump in the chat on Spreaker.com from Brian Hill. Floyd done made $1 billion. He got more money than the mob. That's true. And talking about that whole mob scenario I mentioned a little bit earlier and trying to make Floyd take a dive. Floyd's made over $1 billion, man. I mean, he's good. From Leonard's son eyeing third title, your scenario about Floyd taking a dive was just plain dumb. Not my scenario. From LD, then to lose to this cat and not a real boxer, man, FOH. Nah, I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe y'all posted these comments before I says, nah, I don't think it's going to happen. From Emmett Bean, Doug, when are you going to talk sports? We've been talking sports all day long, brother. From Wody 504, Vegas and the Feds, watch out for large bets on the underdogs. Yeah. If Floyd were to lose this fight by like some type of phantom punch or whatever, man, do you know what type of investigation would be launched by Las Vegas to the real story behind that thing? Nah, I don't even see it happening. From Sin, Doug, tell your boy he's stupid for that theory. From Big L X Watch, so I'm not watching the free replay following week on HBO or Showtime. I don't watch fake fights. Ducking and dodging, your boy needs something to do. Idle time is hurting him. From Chief Rocker Verb from Jersey. Doug, is that what you and your parents do, is sit around and think about what if? My parents, Doug, is that? I don't. What do you mean, my parents, Vern? From Wody 504, Doug and Mr. Charlie sitting around his mama house talking about Mayweather taking a dive. Why has my mother and my parents been involved in this conversation in the last couple of comments? From Al Thompson, I had an interesting conversation about Golden State going 0-82 just for the hell of it, too. Okay. Let me say this. I guess you're trying to be saying that the whole thought process of Floyd Mayweather Jr. taking a dive, even though I don't think that anything like that remotely is possible of happening. We have seen crazy things in boxing. I mean, hell, let y'all tell it. Okay? Let y'all tell it. Manny Pacquiao was robbed a couple of weeks ago. Okay? So we always see these scenarios where, you know, somebody allegedly takes a dive, or the cards were fixed, or it was rigged, or whatever. So I don't think it's going to happen. But to say that it's out of the realm of even a conversation or even coming into your mind or comparing it to Golden State going 0-82, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. Yeah, boxing is boxing. Boxing got a lot of shady characters that are involved with it, okay? And, yeah, money placed on McGregor. McGregor happens to pull off the miracle win of a lifetime. Floyd Mayweather Jr. slips on a banana peel and falls, hits his head, and is counted out. Yeah, it's boxing. I don't think, once again, for the record, I don't think anything like that's going to happen. And the main reason is because I think Floyd Mayweather's ego's not going to allow that to happen. But it is boxing. So, I mean, y'all thumbing y'all nose at the whole concept. I hear you, but it is boxing. Remember that. Okay? We saw Roy Jones Jr. get jobbed at the Olympics. I mean, it happens all the time. From Kaza, he says Doug took the day off yesterday to think of ways to fire up the Stewies. No! From Big L X Squad, he says Floyd is the king of ducking fighters. Whatever. Pumpkin's friend. I'm not going to even get to that conversation about this person in the chat that alleges to be my mama's friend. That's where this is coming from, I guess. Pumpkin's friend. My mama's nickname is Pumpkin. I still have a rear projection screen, so SD is just fine for me. Shut up, you fake-ass Pumpkin's friend. From ducking and dodging, unless someone is going to give Connor the Bootney Farnsworth treatment, he is not winning. What's that? Uptown Saturday Night? Oh, let's do it again. Rated for life. The worst scenario is McGregor wins and then retires with no chance of a rematch. That's funny. I've already come on record. I've said it before. I don't think Conor McGregor ever fights back or jumps into the octagon. I just don't believe it. Listening to the Doug Stewart Show. After he makes this fight, they're saying somewhere around $70 million. Why would he get back into the octagon and fight UFC? There's no good reason for that. Hour number 2 coming up next. The Doug Stewart Show.
Writing, my shit so exciting. Get up on any nigga beat and start to get the fighting. I used to get the biting, now I give you all the lighting. Enlightening the people who stand up for what is right. It's kinda tight how I can say whatever that I want. Do what I don't usually do, but I can't give a fuck about the past. How about right now for your looking ass? Don't look past the nigga with the enlightenment. I'm shining bright, so bright that you can see me in the night. In the day, I be making my daily works pay like all day. I be dreaming, I be scheming, I be thinking about the day that I can finally break my way the fuck out. This jail cell I call hell, they call reality. I be wondering why the fuck they be mad at me. But I can't give a fuck though, I should, cause this faculty is what's keeping me alive, though it's sad to see. Why the fuck I'm in positions I don't wanna be. Maybe because I'm living life too comfortably. I'm just trying to do my best, how can you front on me? When I'm just trying to do my best, how can you front? Hey, this life ain't as easy as they told ya. Gotta work hard, man, they never told ya. Gotta work hard, man, they never told ya. Gon' learn on your own, bruh. If they ain't playing with you, they ain't playing no games. You better stay up on your grind, man. Hey, cause they ain't playing with you, they ain't playing no games. You better stay up on your grind, man. Hey, cause they ain't playing no games. No games. No games. no, no. This grind be weighing heavy on my mind. It's taking hella time for me to get what's mine. I'm getting impatient, contemplating while I'm waiting. Like if I don't get this paper, nobody else gon' save me. I'm out here for the taking. Anything can be taken. I can be at a job the next day they can't replace me. Hoping that I get fired. I swear to God that they hate me. Smiling all in my face, but deep down I know they racist, but they still